cool. And this one is just similar but smaller?
That's a different robot for inspection of also of pipes in factories. The idea is a little different. We have three we have three rods inside each balance, and they can expand. So if we expand them at the same time, the robot will just stretch.
Yeah, like hydraulically or?
No, it's all electrical.
Okay.
But if we expand just one and keep the other two, it will bend.
Okay.
So imagine.
So they're arranged
three
sort of 1,
tandems.
2, 3.
Yes.
Okay.
We expand just this one, it will bend like this. If we expand two here and keep this one, it will bend this way. So we can bend in any direction.
Okay.
And again, we have these wheels, so it can move fairly freely on a flat surface, but it can also adjust its posture.
Okay. Wow. Very cool. And these are like, oh, this is like the climbing one that we saw.
Yeah, remember, these are for rescue missions. It started with that one. That was the first. It's a fairly simple structure. It has very few motors, but there are many spaces where rocks can enter and stop mechanism. So here, or here between the crawlers, it was not so robust.
You have a camera on this one as well? Cool.
Which one?
Right here.
This.
Is that a camera?
I think this is just an LED, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
I think this one doesn't have the camera yet. And this was the next version, very similar but with some improvements. This was the next, already a more robust version, and this is the latest one. You see that instead of these mechanisms here open, it has just some elastic rods on the sides. Here, one rod is missing for maintenance.
Okay.
But because of these rods, you can also move each segment up and down, left and right.
And what's with this little mini guy here?
That's for research. It's a smaller, even smaller version. We have just two actuators, they are elastic. So again, we can, by changing the actuation, we can make it turn right and left or move it up and down.
Okay. Very cool.
And these are also watertight crawlers, so we can even throw them inside a muddy place.
What is this big guy over here?
And that's a walking robot.
Massive.
We have this black one. And yeah, it's really big. It can walk, but it's not very easy to use.
You're not tempted to paint like a little smiley face down here?
Okay, we should. Sometimes I think there is some artistic sense missing in the robots.
Well, it's almost like you were thinking of it anyway. It kind of looks like that.
But this is very difficult to control.
Right.
And the mechanism is really, really heavy. Talking about heavy. You see, these are all steel cables, and we have to tighten them one by one. The maintenance of this robot is a nightmare. But it's strong. It's very strong.
Very cool.
But this guy here, this is heavy. I think this is the heaviest walking robot in the world.
Really?
It weighs about 7 tons. And it has hydraulic legs.
Did you guys build this one?
Yeah, we built this with a company.
Damn.
And it's used for operation on slopes, construction works on slopes. It has a driller on the top, so it can move on slopes, and then when there is the right place, it will stop, insert the driller, open a hole, and maybe put an anchor there or something else in the concrete frame.
Okay.
It's for construction works. I think we have a video also of this one.
And this looks like almost like a variation of this one. The
wheel. Ah, yes, that's a new version.
Cool. This looks like a marine,
Grasshopper.
like a. This is a water robot as well.
It's called Air Hopper. It's a jumping robot.
No way.
Yeah, but this is, you see, it's always assembled. It's going some heavy maintenance now. These are air cylinders, so we can control the flow of air into the cylinders. So imagine that every 2 cylinders are connected to one leg.
Mm-hmm.
We have 4 legs in total,
And it jumps.
and then we can just expand legs quickly, so it jumps.
That's awesome.
It can be quite scary. We had some accidents with this robot,
Damn.
but I cannot comment on that.